Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Song and dance, all is buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for two. To the air yet again, Watson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On first down, Parsons. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans will extend their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, They have refined route running ability.
Out of the gun, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 20. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Parsons. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the guns. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Back to throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Parsons. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
This is caught. It's Ryan Brand. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Parsons. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Black 99, feel it. Reset.
On first down, Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Terrell Basham able to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's Watson now on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Watson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will extend their lead. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Back to 99, Philly, here we go. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Parsons. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans add on. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Again, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Parsons. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. Parsons. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Parsons. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first down. Parsons. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit!
From the gun, Parsons. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He's going to sling this deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Parsons flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Parsons dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike 51. Mike 51. Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Parsons. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second is Watson. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw on second down. Parsons. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Parsons. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. On first down, Parsons eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Over the middle, complete. That's Holloway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gone! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Parsons. He leaves this one for Howard. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Parsons. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Watson rolling to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Andre Howell. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Out of the gun, Watson buying time to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw on second down. Parsons in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
4 down. Alert. Gun. Gun. 51.
On second down, Smallwood. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Lucky 56. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again on first down with Smallwood. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's complete to Grant. And out across midfield down to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Parsons. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch him now, Barney!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Parsons being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, a little drama there at the end, but